In 2008, at the peak of the global financial crisis, Rick Wagoner, CEO of General Motors, was forced to resign from the company he had led for years. GM wasn't just an automaker, it was once the largest and most powerful company in America. But by 2009, it had filed for bankruptcy. Why? Not because it lacked engineers or ideas, but because it lacked financial discipline. It borrowed too much, spent too freely, and never planned for the worst. GM got rich, but it didn't stay rich, and that's where our story begins. Because the real secret of wealth isn't how much you earn, but how wisely you behave. Here are 6 lessons from The Psychology of Money that will deepen your understanding on money. 1. Wealth is more psychology than math. Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. Morgan Housel. At the peak of his boxing career, Mike Tyson earned over $400 million. He was one of the most feared fighters in the world and one of the highest paid. But by 2003, he was bankrupt, not because he didn't make enough, but because of impulsive spending, poor financial decisions, and lack of emotional control. Lesson: no amount of money can save you if your mindset and habits are broken. Financial success isn't an IQ test, it's a behavior test, and most people fail it. 2. Getting rich requires boldness. Staying rich requires humility. Sam Bankman-Fried was once the poster child of crypto success. In just a few years, he built FTX into a multi-billion-dollar empire. But with that success came ego. He took massive risks, mismanaged customer funds, and lived as though the money would never stop flowing. In 2022, FTX collapsed, and Sam was arrested, a dramatic fall from grace. Lesson: it takes courage to build wealth, but staying wealthy requires humility, caution, and risk awareness. Overconfidence can be the fastest path to ruin. 3. Freedom is the ultimate goal of money. The highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, "I can do whatever I want today." Despite being worth over $130 billion, Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. He doesn't chase luxury. He doesn't need to impress anyone. Why? Because for Buffett, money isn't about yachts or jets. It's about freedom of thought, freedom of time, and freedom of choice. Lesson: the richest people aren't those with the flashiest lives. They're the ones who own their time. Real wealth is being able to say no, on your terms. 4. Saving is the silent superpower. Ronald Read was a janitor and gas station attendant in Vermont. He lived modestly, drove a used car, and was almost invisible to society. When he died in 2014, the world was shocked. He left behind $8 million. He wasn't a CEO. He didn't build a startup. He simply saved consistently, invested wisely, and let time work its magic. Lesson: you don't need to earn 6 figures to become wealthy. Saving is the great equalizer. It's quiet, humble, and powerful. 5. Past success doesn't guarantee future. Wins in the 20th century, Kodak was a household name. It literally invented the digital camera, but chose to bury it, fearing it would kill their film business. That decision cost them everything. Kodak got comfortable. It trusted its past success and ignored the changing world. By 2012, the company filed for bankruptcy. Lesson: success can be blinding. Just because something worked yesterday doesn't mean it will work tomorrow. In money and business, you must adapt or be left behind. 6. The richest people often look boring. Wealth is what you don't see. Morgan Housel. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, could wear anything in the world, but he famously wore the same gray t-shirt and jeans daily. People mocked it, but there was a point. He didn't need to signal wealth. He already had it, in abundance. Compare that with people who rent luxury cars just to appear rich on Instagram. Lesson: real wealth is quiet. Loud money is often fake. Focus on assets, not aesthetics. The greatest truth from The Psychology of Money is this: Wealth is built in the mind before it shows in the bank. Be bold enough to try, but humble enough to prepare for failure. Save like a pessimist. Invest like an optimist. Avoid comparing your journey to others. And most importantly, stay in the game long enough for compound growth to reward you. Because getting rich is a skill, but staying rich is wisdom. If this shifted your mindset, like the video and drop a comment. What's the one money lesson that changed your life? And don't forget to subscribe to Wealth Immeasurable for more insights on building lasting financial freedom.